Hello everyone, it is Wednesday and it's time to review top 5 cryptocurrencies. So today I will share with you my opinion and reference points on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple and Dash against US dollar. So if you are interested in those pairs, just keep watching this video. Let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Paul. I'm creator of rmpforex.com. I'm a forex trader and I like trading currencies. Since 2007, I'm trading currencies using a unique approach that is called Master Forex with Technical Analysis. And obviously, cryptocurrencies are first of all currencies. So I feel quite confident in cryptocurrency market as well. For those of you who is watching this review for the first time, I will explain you very quickly what is this video about. Each Wednesday, I'm choosing 4 top cryptocurrencies that I am trading myself, and the currency number 5 is always the pick of the week. Each week I will choose a different 5th cryptocurrency. So if you want me to review a cryptocurrency that you're interested in, just write down in the comment section below, and next week I will share with you my opinion about that currency. So each week I choose a strategic direction based on H4 and daily time frame. And once I have the strategic direction, then I go and trade intraday. So I create a tactical plan for each day trading session. And once I have a tactical plan and entry zones, then I go and use my trend following trading system. And with you here in this video, I share 30% of my trading plan, which is a strategic direction for each of those currencies. Just before we proceed, make sure you read through the risk disclaimer. It is very important. And let's get straight to the charts. So Bitcoin against US dollar, first of all. If you'll remember my last review, I was saying that this pivot point here was broken and it stopped the whole all-time trend up. So, and I mentioned also that now the all-time flat phase is like that. And as long as we're between those 2 reference points, Bitcoin will stay in a flat phase and it will not move anywhere. I also said last time that for me as a day trader, these 2 reference points are too far away. I need some closer reference points. And I said that these 2 reference points are the ones that I'm looking at. And as you can see, this one was broken. And once we broke this reference point, a pivot point was created. And in that section here, I was trying to find some new buy positions, but I never found any. So we broke through this reference point. Once we did, Bitcoin moved back into a flat phase. So now we have 2 new reference points. This one is the first reference point, and this one is another reference point. These 2 reference points mean the following. If we will break through this reference point, we will have an FZR of H4 with that black formation, and once we move and break through this reference point, Bitcoin will go into a trend phase, and then I can start use my trend following trading system after we break through that reference point. On the other hand, if we will go down and break through this reference point, we will have an all-time FZR down, and Bitcoin will move into a trend phase down, and then I can start using my trend following trading system, which will mean in each correction I will be looking for some new sell positions once we will break through that reference point. We'll see what will happen. As long as we are between those 2 reference points, Bitcoin still will stay in a flat phase. And also this impulse here is now a new separate wave, and if we will break through this point here, then this wave will be in a history, so it will not be able to be extended. So for me, that will mean that this reference point here from here will move into this place. So in that case, I will have 2 reference points like that. We'll see what will happen. If something will happen like that, I will let you know about the new reference point in the comment section below. But that's the idea for now with Bitcoin. And as you know, I don't trade in a flat phase, so I will just leave Bitcoin alone for now and go to the next pair. So next pair is Ethereum against US dollar. Ethereum, if you watched my last review, that time a week ago we were here, and I mentioned that time that this reference point is the one that I'm looking at the moment and is important for me. And I said that if we will break through this reference point, we will have an all time frames FZR up, and the new FZR, and the breaking through that reference point, breaking through that high, will mean a much higher force, a much bigger force for me, because that's an FZR of this level. And as you can see that force, we can see that force now. Ethereum is now going much faster, and the trend is going much quicker up. So for me, once we broke through this reference point, the pivot point straight away moved from this place into this place. Then later on in the week, it moved into this place. Then it moved into this place. And now it is at the moment in this place. So that pivot point for me means, as long as this pivot point is not broken, I will be looking for some new buy positions. And as you can see, if the pivot point is not broken, it means trend will proceed. As long as pivot point stays not broken, it's a trend phase, and I can look for some new buy positions, and be sure that if I will get a stop loss, that will be just one-off stop loss, and by that time I will pay off all the stop losses and all the risks. So that's the idea with Ethereum. We'll see what will happen if this pivot point will be broken. And once it will be broken, Ethereum will go back into a flat phase with its new reference points, and probably next Wednesday I will follow up on Ethereum again and tell you about new reference points. So we will see what will happen and how far Ethereum will go. So far it's going quite well up. By the way, this is a very good point. If you remember, Bitcoin USD is now in a flat phase, and Ethereum is in a trend phase. So if you're a guy who is mining cryptocurrency and you are now thinking, what should I choose to mine? Is it better to mine Bitcoin or is it better to mine Ethereum? So my choice would be Ethereum, because when you're mining it, you're spending time for mining, and the price of each Ethereum increases constantly with the trend. So on Bitcoin, it stays in the flat range. With Ethereum, each new day gives you a better price of your mined Ethereum. So this is what I would do if I would be mining any cryptocurrency. Right, so that's the idea with Ethereum. Let's go next to Litecoin against US dollar. And again, Litecoin, if you remember my last review, I will just leave the link here for you. I mentioned about this reference point here and this reference point. And I said, as long as these two reference points are not broken, Litecoin will stay in a flat phase. As you can see, we're still in the flat phase. Once we'll break through this reference point, we will have an FZR like this one. And if we will go and break through this reference point, we will have an FZR like this one. So on any side, for me, it's no matter where it will go. As long as it goes somewhere, it will move into a trend phase. And then I can start use my trend following trading system on any side or on any direction. But as long as we're between those two reference points, Litecoin stays in the flat phase, and I'm staying away from this cryptocurrency for time being. We'll see what will happen. We'll see what the following week will show. But for now, it is what it is. Next pair is Ripple against US dollar. Ripple. First of all, Ripple has this pivot point here that protects the whole trend up. That's the trend. That's the pivot point that is protecting the trend of all times. So if this pivot point will be broken, Ripple will move into all-time flat phase, and we will see once that impulse down will finish, then I'll have a new reference point, and then I will see where is the new reference point, or where is the new border for the future flat. But for now, the pivot point is still not broken, so we still have hope, or the ones who is buying Ripple, they still have hope. At the moment, for me, I'm not doing anything with Ripple, although this pivot point is still not broken. But here we have an FZR of H1 time frame, and for me, it is based on my trading system, I need to wait until this C wave will stop. I'll just go to a smaller time frame and show you where is the reference point for this C wave. Here is that reference point. So once we will break through this reference point, then the C wave will stop, and then I can start looking for some new reference points for Ripple. And ideally for me, it would be to have a new FZR up. So again, probably I will be staying away. I will be staying on the fence from Ripple for the upcoming week and just see what will happen. Because as I said, here is the pivot point. And also what is a very important thing for me is you see that pullback here is way deeper level than any of those pullbacks that were here. So if Ripple will turn around and go up and breaks through this reference point, that will mean an FZR of this kind of level, which will give a much higher force to Ripple, and it will go much faster and quicker and higher, as you have an example with Ethereum. But for now, it is a long way to go to renew this high. So at the moment, I'm just watching Ripple and not doing anything with it, and we'll see what will happen. If something will change, I'll let you know in the comment section below. We'll update you on the new reference points, but for now, I'm staying away from Ripple. Right, the next cryptocurrency is the fifth currency, the pick of the week, and this time it is Dash against US dollar. And as I said before, guys, if you would like me to review a cryptocurrency that you want to see, just let me know in the comment section below. Just leave the cryptocurrency that you're interested in, and during the next review I will take it as a fifth cryptocurrency and review it as a pick of the week. For now, Dash, let's start from the highest time frame, and here you can see an FZR of all time frames, and the pivot point that is protecting this trend up is here. So as long as this pivot point is not broken, we still have a chance that Dash will proceed up. Again, that's probably for the investors. For me, as a day trader, D1 level is too high, so I go to H4. And what I can see here is sub-waves of our trend, which look like that, an FZR. And this is the C wave and the trend that I'm looking for a reference point and a pivot point that was protecting this trend up. And that trend up was protected by this pivot point. And as you can see, the pivot point is broken now, and we moved into a flat face of H4 timeframe. So these two reference points mean the following. If we will break through this reference point, obviously we will proceed the long-term trend. And if we will proceed this reference point, we will have an FZR of H4 timeframe, and the trend down will start. So I can start using my trend following trading system. Now, if the Dash will go up, I will not be waiting for this reference point. That will be probably for investors who is investing into Dash. But for me as a trader, this reference point here is more important. So if we will break through this reference point, we will have an FZR like that, and Dash will move into H4 trend phase up, and that is enough for me to start using my trend following trading system and try to catch any pullback with some new positions intraday. So these are two reference points that I'm looking at the moment, and as long as we're between those two reference points, we are in the H4 flat phase, and that flat phase will proceed until any of those points will be broken. We'll see how it will go. We'll see what will happen with Dash, but for now, that's the idea with this cryptocurrency. So this is it, guys. If you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas, feel free to post in the comment section below. I will be more than glad to have a conversation with you. For those of you who is still not subscribed to my channel, here's the button for you. Click to subscribe, and I will talk to you the next.